I've always kept a journal, not to be poetic or wise, but just to make space. My head fills easily, too many half-thoughts, fragments of feelings, leftover dreams that don't dissolve by morning. I never intended it to mean anything. It was just a habit, a quiet ritual, same time every night. Black notebook, same pen, one page, no more. I'd write whatever drifted up, close the book, tuck it in the drawer, sleep. That's how it had always been. Until 3 weeks ago, I woke up on a Wednesday and found a line I didn't write. Same ink, same handwriting, but the words didn't make sense. Solventy su rin macra. It looked like mine. It felt like mine, but I didn't remember it, not even vaguely. The rhythm of it bothered me most. It wasn't gibberish. It had grammar, like someone trying to say something precise, just not in any tongue I knew. I told myself I must have been half asleep, maybe writing in a dream. I left the page as is and moved on. The next night, I skipped journaling. Too tired, too spooked maybe. But the next morning, another line had appeared. Tor em valen su kratih. This one was longer, deeper, like it belonged to something. I Googled it. No results. I ran it through a dozen translation tools, dead languages, cipher generators, even Tolkien-based conlangs. Nothing. But deep in some forum thread, someone replied, looks like constructed syntax. High cohesion. Like a language only one person was ever meant to speak. That unsettled me more than anything. I closed the journal, put it back in the drawer. But now I didn't trust it. I left the drawer slightly open that night, sat in the dark with the lamp off, pretending to sleep, just to watch it. Around 3:11 a.m., I heard it, just a faint rustling. One page turning, nothing else. I didn't check until morning. And sure enough, another sentence. Same style, same impossible language. My handwriting, always mine. By the end of the week, I'd stopped writing completely. But the notebook hadn't. New pages were filled each night. Entire paragraphs now. The language more refined, more confident. No hesitation in the way the letters curved. I began to notice patterns. Words that repeated. Punctuation that changed with tone. Whoever or whatever was writing. It wasn't random. It was remembering, building something. I brought the journal to a linguist I found online. She studied it quietly for 20 minutes before saying, "This isn't a language yet, but it's becoming one. And it's not being made for fun. It's being lived in." I laughed nervously. She didn't. "Who's writing this?" she asked. I said, "Me, apparently." She looked at me too long, then said, "No, someone who knows how you think, but needs a different voice." That night, I placed my phone on the desk, camera pointed at the journal, recording. At 3:12 a.m., the notebook opened. No hands, no sound, just opened. A pen rose. My pen wrote one word, then paused, then another, and another. The handwriting matched mine exactly. But on camera, on the bed, I never moved. Except in the footage, my eyes were open. Barely, just enough to glint. But the worst part was this. The person writing wore my old bracelet. The one I lost last winter. One I hadn't thought about in months. My dream that night was vivid. Me in a room made of fog. I was sitting across from myself, but not quite. She smiled gently, then reached forward and pressed her finger to my lips. "No more questions," she said. "You're almost ready to remember." The journal had changed. It wasn't just a notebook anymore. The ink shimmered faintly when I turned pages. The edges never curled. The paper felt slightly damp, like skin that had just stopped bleeding. The entries now began to include diagrams, loops, circles within circles. Some spiraled outward, others in. I tried to copy one onto another sheet of paper, but the pen broke. Not ran out, snapped, as if I wasn't meant to replicate it. That night, I dreamed in sentences I couldn't pronounce. They played in my mind like a second voice narrating over me. Not hostile, not friendly, just determined, like it was reading something I'd already lived. I started seeing things reflected that didn't exist in the room. Books I hadn't bought, photos of people I didn't recognize, but most unnerving, my own expressions. Off by fractions, a blink too slow, a smile too wide. I stopped brushing my hair near mirrors. My reflection always tilted her head first, always watched me a beat too long. I burned one page of the journal. It screamed, not out loud, but inside me, like a migraine of memory. I collapsed, dreamt of a field of writing, rows of me sitting at desks, copying the same phrase again and again. Only the last one can speak. When I woke, my lips were bleeding, my tongue raw, and the sentence was carved into the wall in the language I never learned, but understood perfectly. I don't know who I am anymore, not in the casual, poetic way. I mean literally. I woke up 2 days ago to find an entry written in English this time, in my exact voice. You've listened long enough. It's your turn to remember. Since then, the pages haven't filled. The journal is still, but now it feels heavier, like it's waiting. I tried moving it to another room. It returned, always on my desk, always open to the first page. I began reading backwards. The more I read, the more I felt like I was regaining something I'd lost. Not a memory, a shape, a voice, a rhythm of thought that didn't feel foreign, only forgotten. My phone stopped working. The lock screen shows a phrase in the same language now. Each day, it changes slightly. I tried taking photos of the notebook. They blur. The camera won't focus. But my reflection still, in every screen, holds the book clearly. As if she's the one writing now. I caught her mouthing something last night. I couldn't hear it, but I knew it was a name. Mine, or something close to it. I haven't spoken in 2 days. I don't trust what might come out. I feel a voice inside my ribs, waiting, testing. If I speak, I don't know which version of me will answer. So instead, I write, one word at a time, the same phrase, the one that keeps coming back. Only the last one can speak. I think I'm the last one now, but I'm not sure that's a good thing.